final score. Brought to you by these sponsors.
The Badgers bringing down the house once again, and we are going to try to bring down the house with some more highlights, and this time we're going to start off in Class 4A.
Yep, Greenwood sitting in Division 2. The Rangers were the only 11-man team from the Basin to go 3 rounds deep in the playoffs last year.
And they have a ton of playmakers coming back. Probably going to hear some familiar names here in a little bit. Taking on Big Spring to start the season opener. And last year, this was actually a pretty close game. Rangers won it, but only 21-12. A couple new head coaches for both teams as well. And an electric and ruckus crowd on the field as the Rangers get ready to go. Trey Cross, he's one of those playmakers, and here he goes. A little cut right there, and he goes down to the 1-yard line for Big Spring. And then the ensuing play, it's going to be Cross crossing into the end zone. Rangers go up 7-0. Later on in the first quarter, that is going to set up a pass. Cross once again. This is a nifty little run right by our camera, and that sets up this play right here. Weston Wilbur. He started some games in relief with Jake Summers last year. Look at that dime to Brody Ray. Have a touchdown, why don't you? Rangers up 14-0. We go to the second quarter. Big Spring trying to make some noise here. Gabriel Baeza to Quamarian Lewis with the touchdown. That makes it 14-6, missed extra points. And we take a look at the final, however. That was the only touchdown of the game for Big Spring, and the Rangers able to get the win 42-6.
And then taking a look at some scores here, Seminole able to get a big win over Lubbock High, 57-7. Your final in that one. So the Indians starting off week 1 on the night.
That was a Thursday night game.
And then we also have some more scores to take a look at here. Monahan's unfortunately not getting the win in week 1. They fall to Clint 27-12. I think it was a pretty close game there for a while, though. Not very high scoring, as you can see, but that's your final.
And Clint is not a bad team either this year. I think they'll be one to look out for. Pecos at Denver City. Now, this was the Eagles' only win last year, and they were riding a 9-game losing streak heading into the night. Make it 10 now. Denver City, unfortunately for the Eagles, running away with this one 47-0, the final.
And keeping it rolling with the scores here, Lamesa just barely falling to St. Angelo Lakeview. That's one of those big districts. Again, 38-30. Your final in that game.
Yeah, Lamesa part of that 17 district, largest in the Basin. Well, now here we go back to some highlights. Fort Stockton on the road taking on Kermit. 6th year in a row that these teams have matched up to start off the season. And here we go up to Kermit. About a minute into the game, Yellow Jackets are going to go to Brady Johnson into the end zone for the touchdown, and Kermit is going to get on the board first. On the other end, though, here come the Panthers. Pedro Vasquez running it in for the Panthers. They would miss the extra point, so they're still behind 7-6 at this point. But in the next quarter, after they missed this extra point too, but doesn't matter. The touchdowns still count for 6. That's something. 12-7. Fort Stockton takes the lead, and as we look at the final score here, they go on to cushion that lead a little bit and pick up a 34-14 win.
All right, and then I was out in Stanton tonight to see the Buffaloes take on Reagan County. Those Buffs looking to snap a 7-game losing streak dating back all the way to last season. So let's take it out to Stanton. Owls visiting the Buffs. First possession of the game. The Owls bobble it. And so then they turn it over on 4th down, and that will give the ball to Stanton. So here we are still in the first quarter. Tyler Benedict takes this one and hangs on to it. He runs this one in for the first score of the game. Buffs go up 6-0. And after that touchdown, they would try to go for 2. is no good, however, so 6-0 still in the first. Reagan County's turn. Reyes is going to take the handoff, and he's going to run the ball all the way into the end zone. And then the Owls also missed the extra point, so they evened up at 6-6 in the first quarter. Taking a look at that final. Stanton goes on to snap that losing streak, 20-12. The Buffs get it done over the Owls.
All right, now up to Big Spring, the Howard County Bowl. This is a neutral site game, always a fun rivalry. Coahoma taking on Forsan and blanking the Buffaloes, 38-0, and a nice win for Coahoma there.
Some more scores coming your way. Alpine Fighting Bucks getting a nice win against the Coyotes in week 1, 55-28, your final in that matchup.
Absolutely. Now, here was an intriguing matchup. Ira Ann and Crane, two first-year head coaches. Ira Ann is a smaller school than Crane, but both of these schools looking to possibly take a big leap forward this year. Ira Ann, so tradition-heavy. Crane, really, this may be the year that they do something special. Scoreless in the first quarter. Jackson Willis finds Brandon Cerna, and he is wide open in the end zone. I don't know if he had to take his extra steps right there. I think that was just for fun. But Crane goes up 6-0. Ira, though, to their credit, they go right down the field. Zane Davis sneaks it in, ties the game up at 6. Their extra point unsuccessful as well. Unfortunately, though, not enough to hold off the Golden Cranes tonight. Look at this. Willis to Major Martin. You thought the Crane just pounded the ball with Brandon Cerna. They can let it fly this year, too. And look at this final score. 80-6. Crane just sticking it to Ira Ann. My goodness. And I don't think that's anything Ira Ann has to be too ashamed of. Crane looking really good this year.
All right, and week over visiting Sundown, the Wildcats with 18 starters back, but unfortunately they can't get the win in week 1. They fall to Sundown 35-23. Wildcats lose in week 1.
I will say Sundown also expected to be very good this year. And, you know, we have the McCamey Drumline in the studio. Last night they were out in Sweetwater watching their Badgers take on Seymour, and look at that. They got a nice win, 34-20. Sure, a nice way to start the season there. Absolutely.
All right, how about some six-man football, Ben?
Let's do it.
Take a look at some.
Can we start with some juggernauts? Okay.
Yeah, and Borden County getting a nice win to start off the season. They faced Strawn and Jayton, Greyhounds back-to-back state champions. But look at that final. Coyotes getting it done, 55-26.
Coyotes dealt with some injuries last year. Maybe they're back. Klondike taking on Roby, this one at the six-man shootout in Garden City. The Cougars bring back a lot of talent, and this is going to be a team to watch next year as well. They only have one senior, folks, and they get the win here. Mercy Rule, 48-0 over Roby.
Love to see it. We love to see those six-man shutouts. All right, Grady visiting Roscoe Highland. The Wildcats replaced a lot of talent, and I think you would kind of see that in week 1. Unfortunately, taking the loss here, 8-54, your final. Grady Wildcats losing week 1.
Yeah, it might take a little bit of time for the Wildcats to find their footing there. This was another Thursday night game at the six-man shootout in Garden City.
Okay, Balmorhea.
Okay, Balmorhea. That's got a nice ring to it. This one ending in the third quarter, a 56-8 Mercy Rule win for the Bears.
You love to see it. El Paso Emmanuel visiting Fort Davis. Okay, Indians.
Oh, my goodness.
72-0. Another Mercy Rule final there for Fort Davis.
And that one had to be at the half because they don't let you do that if you start the second half. Marfa hosting Sierra Blanca, but the Vaqueros come in and they take care of business against the Shorthorns. 47-8 the final in that one.
Yeah, Garden City, we have that six-man shootout over there this weekend. Bearcats able to get it done, taking on the Eagles. 46-0 your final. Sanderson takes the loss.
Yeah, Bearcats state semifinalists from a year ago. Furthest team in the basin to go in the playoffs. Buena Vista starting off the year. They have a thin roster, at least they did at the start of camp, but so far so good. A 46-0 Mercy Rule win over the West Texas Homeschool Oilers.
And the Friday Night Lights are back, but folks, we still have some more games tomorrow. So the weekend will continue. Midland Trinity on the road, taking on Abilene Christian. Chargers back to six-man this year.
Yes, that'll be kind of interesting to see how that works out for them.
And then Grand Falls, Rankin, and Sands all playing in that shootout that I mentioned earlier over in Garden City. So we will keep you updated on those games tomorrow as well.
All right, we're still rolling here on the final score, but coming up, we'll have the best highlight from the first week of the season. The play of the week is next.